Hi guys, welcome to this quick update video on the CryptoGraph Multi and Trend Algo strategies. We've made some improvements in terms of setting up the alerts, so let me give you a quick demonstration on how to do this. Let's first go to the input settings. We've made adjustments for the risk and order size section and the alert setup section. So we have included 4 options to determine the risk and order size of the position. You can hover your mouse over the tooltip and get some extra information. So for the percentage-based position, this means the position size will be used as margin of balance in percentage. So if this is set to 100% and leverage is set to 1, you will simply be using 100% of your account margin. Now if you would increase your leverage to 2x, it will mean you will be using 50% of your account margin, so 100 divided by 2 is 50. Then if you would increase it to 200%, you will of course be using 100% of your account margin once again. So if you would like to use it like this, don't forget to decrease the percentage a bit below 200% in order to account for fees. Okay, so the next option we have is percentage risk per position. So if set to 1, it means you'll be risking 1% of your position of your balance per position. So if set to 2, you'll be risking 2% of your account balance per position. Next option is contracts. So by default it's set to 1. If you'll be using 1 contract, it means you're going to enter the position with 1 Bitcoin per trade. So 1 Bitcoin per trade is around $17,000. So if you would, for example, use 0.1 contract per position, you'll be using $1,700. So 17,000 divided by 10. For the last option, we have a dollar risk per position. So if set to $50, it means you'll be risking $50 per position. And if set to 100, it means you'll be risking a fixed $100 per position. Okay, so that's that. Now for the alert setup section. From now on you don't have to include the quotation marks around your user ID anymore. So you can simply copy and paste your user ID in the field. The leverage type can either be cross or isolated. And the leverage is simply the leverage amount that you would like to use. Let me now give you an example on how to set up the alert. I will go to a different script that fires an alert after every minute, so I can give a better example. First you go to the indicator settings, of course. Configure to whatever way you like it. I will enable the stop loss to break even after take profit 1. So that means after take profit 1 is hit, it will close the position for 50% and stop loss will be moved to break even. Okay, let's just use the default way of position sizing. Then set to 100 and leverage to 2x means you will be entering position with 50% of your account margin at 2x leverage. I can set the leverage type to isolated. And now we just need the user ID from WickHunter. So let me grab that. So you start at the dashboard. Then you can go to trading bots and click signal wizard. You can just set some random configurations because you just need the user ID. So then you can click show and it will show the user ID. This is just a test account of mine, so don't worry about seeing my user ID. Just make sure to keep yours to yourself. Then you can go back to TradingView, paste the user ID in the field, and then that's it. Now you can click OK. And make sure to add the alert from the strategy tester interface, because then that way it automatically selects the correct indicator. Then set it to alert function calls only. And make sure to just choose an alert name that you like. Go to notifications and then you will have to insert the correct webhook URL from WickHunter. You can get it in the same page as your user ID. You can copy it. And back to TradingView and paste it. At that point you can click create and your alert will be added. Now let's go to Bybit and wait for the alert to fire. It should happen within 5 seconds. Okay, so there it is. You can see the entry, stop loss, take profit 1 and take profit 2, and it entered the position with 50% of my account margin. So now if it would hit take profit 1, the stop loss will be moved to break even. I'm not going to wait for it because it most likely will take a bit before it hits. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go back to TradingView. Okay, so the same thing holds for the trend algo. Let me show you. So these are the take profit levels, how much of the position will be taken out at each level. This is the stop loss and the risk method. With the trend algo we only have the percentage based, so you can see the position size is margin of balance in percentage and contract sizes. Let me pause the other alert. Okay, so only these two options are included because we're not including the percentage risk because that's basically what a stop loss based on percentage is, and the stop loss for the trend algo is of course based on a percentage. So that's the same as you were seeing with the multi algo. Now for setting up an alert, it's basically the same. This is also a demonstrational strategy that fires after every candle. So let's get my user ID again. It's the webhook, just one sec. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so this is basically 50% of my account margin once again because it's set to 100% and leverage to 2x. We can set up the alert. Once again, choose alert function calls only. The webhook will still be there and you can click create alert. Now I will go back to Bybit and close the previous position because otherwise it will not be entering the new position, and it will be a trade on Ethereum. And of course, if you set up the alert from the Ethereum chart, it will also know that it should enter a position on Ethereum. It will automatically do that. And the alert should fire within 10 seconds. Okay, so it should fire now. There we go. I can see the stop losses and take profit are active, but somehow they are not on my screen yet. So let's refresh. Yeah, so there they are. Stop loss and 1, 2, 3 take profit levels. Okay, so that's it for setting up the strategies for automated trading. Just to give you a quick demonstration on connecting a new exchange for the multi and trend algo in WickHunter. So to add another exchange, you need one of their basic subscriptions, their main packages, so that can be either basic, gold or platinum. One account means that you can add one more exchange, five exchanges, and 10 is 10. So you can just choose the package that suits you. After you've done that, you can go to exchange, click connect account, give it a name, make sure to select Bybit, and for the group you can now choose default. Then you go to Bybit, click API, and you can simply create a new key. Connect to third-party applications, select WickHunter, set it to read-write, and then select orders, positions, and derivatives API v3. Then you can submit, and at that point you will have to, in case you have enabled it, you have to enter your two-factor authentication and your email for a code. Then you can simply copy your secret and key, paste them, and click connect. So at that point you're done, and that's it for this video. In case you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or ask them in Discord.